everyone, guess what's happening today? I'm sick. And I'm making this video while I'm sick, which means my voice sounds gooey. Like gooey, gelatinous, goopy goo. And hey, that reminds me of this game, Mushroom 11, where you control gelatinous goopy goo, and you make your way across multiple mouse-clicky, platformy, physics puzzly levels, where weird stuff like this is going on. I'm already confused. Have I been doing the drugs? You know, I like weird games. I've always liked weird games, and stuff like Mushroom 11 makes me especially happy, because the way this game controls is actually unlike just about any other title I've played. In Mushroom 11, you use the mouse as a sort of MS Paint erase tool, and you erase yourself. But you always grow back when you erase yourself, so your mass always remains the same. That's how you move in this game. And it's very squishy.
Squish. Squish. Squish.
By the way, hear that soundtrack? If you're the kind of person who ever listens to ambient music, you might recognize it. The soundtrack was actually done by the Future Sound of London, which blew me away the moment I realized it. I've been a huge fan of ambient music for most of my life, and the Future Sound of London has always been one of my favorite artists in the genre. Their music is insanely atmospheric and complex. Seriously, go listen to their album Lifeforms. It'll blow your squishy mind. And sadly, they didn't exactly make a soundtrack for this game. All the music that plays is just tracks from various albums of theirs, and I actually recognized almost every song. But it's still great stuff, and hearing it play in this gorgeous indie game was sublime. Obviously, the music and the visuals were the two big things pulling me into it, and as you can see, Mushroom 11 does have some seriously polished graphics. The game takes place in a richly detailed post-apocalyptic world. From the backgrounds, you can clearly tell civilization has fallen here and there's no one around, but there do seem to be a lot of funguses and weird fuzzy plants. I very much enjoy the weird fuzzy plants. Speaking of funguses, is it a fungus that we're playing as in this game? I don't know, it looks like a fungus, but it also has little glowy things that make it look engineered and robotic. Maybe Mushroom 11 doesn't refer to mushrooms at all, but instead refers to a mushroom cloud, the atomic bomb that caused all this, or maybe it refers to the drugs I'm on, I don't know. Judging from the backgrounds alone, I feel like this game could have been like a really cool example of storytelling without words, storytelling through the environment. But sadly, the story never really goes anywhere or reveals anything. The gameplay is pretty addicting and challenging though, so it's still worth it, I guess. The puzzles are consistently creative, relying on the game's strange physics that even playing to the end, I never quite got used to. The puzzles involve splitting yourself, working with gravity, climbing, fitting the mushroom into places where the mushroom fits. And over time, they get frustratingly hard. I could complain so hard about how infuriating this game gets. But the interesting thing was, every time I would get stuck on a puzzle and start raging, I would always end up abruptly discovering a solution just by toying with the mechanics. The only parts I would legitimately complain about are the floaty parts. There were a lot of segments that required flying through the air, and I hated them. Any mechanic that relies on floating from one place to another can often be a recipe for disaster. I have like 1 minute of footage where I'm just like floating, floaty like, in the air, and I can't stop. There's no escape! At the same time though, there were plenty of sections I did enjoy, like the tunnels, the machines, and the minecart levels. Oh, and of course the bizarre boss battles. Maybe it was this guy. Was it you? Did you bring about the apocalypse, Mr. Giant Fungus Spider? I bet you did. I don't know, whatever. Overall, this was a neat game. Recommended for people who like things that are squishy. Squish.
I'm sick, I'm going to bed.
Hey, before I leave, I wanted to thank my friend Satch from Satchbags Goods on YouTube for introducing me to charitywater.org. Satch made mention of this website in several of his videos, and I just kinda wanted to help spread the word myself. Charitywater.org is an extremely simple, easy, and trustworthy way to help people get access to clean, safe water all over the world. Check it out if you're interested. I got nothing else to say. If you're having a bad day, here's a cute pink frog. Just for you.